Hello and welcome to the Visa Navigate podcast. My name is David Austin, and I'll be your host as we discuss this episode's topic, Payfacs. Payfacs, or payment facilitators, are those third-party service providers that help merchants acceptance and processing of digital payments. I think it's fair to say that the role of Payfacs in the payments ecosystem is incredibly important at this point in time. Being digital first is the norm in many places and is on its way to becoming universal. So by offering merchants a simplified and secure platform to easily and seamlessly accept and process digital payments, Payfacs are poised to revolutionize the payments landscape. This is especially true in the Central Europe, Middle East, and Africa CEMEA region, where around 300 unique Payfacs are working with an estimated 100 acquirers, which represents a potential cash conversion opportunity valued at around 3 trillion US dollars. Not only that, but there's some big changes taking place that will affect Payfacs and CEMEA. To help us understand what that means, we are joined by Simon Dahlman, Head of Seller Value Added Services and Partnership at Visa CEMEA. Welcome, Simon.
Thank you so much, David. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, now, Simon, I just gave a brief intro of what Payfacs do and why they are important. But in your role, you know so much more. Can you share with us from your point of view, how do you see Payfacs operating in today's environment and why are they important?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, David. The payfacts are super important. And just to set into context, in the CEMEA region, we have over 2 billion people living in this region. And they're young, tech-savvy people that are really hungry for innovation. And today, 75% of all purchases are still made in cash. So that creates a $3 trillion opportunity that, of course, the Payfacs want to come to the region to try to address and try to support the whole financial inclusion agenda. And they do so by aggregating these merchants. They provide them with digital payment capabilities. They solve for different issues that the merchants have through value-added services. And this helps, which is crucial for us, further expanding the acceptance landscape, whether if it's in face-to-face, in-store environment, or if it's in an online environment. And this is typically an area or segment where the traditional acquirers haven't really been able to reach out to. And that's where the payment facilitators, being nimble, having the technology, they're able to address the smaller merchants, the micro merchants, and bring them into the ecosystem and be part of the financial inclusion agenda.
You mentioned the $3 trillion opportunity. That's huge. How many untapped merchants are out there, and what are the Payfacs looking at from market to market within CEMEA?
That's a great question. We estimate it to be around 60 million merchants that today are not accepting digital payments. And it is super important to drive financial inclusion by engaging them into the payment ecosystem. And once they start accepting digital payments, there are many other services that can come through it. There are very few merchants out there today that actually have a bank account. And by being onboarded by the payment facilitators, they are able to get a bank account through the partnering acquiring. And that's super important for the ecosystem. Some markets that are more advanced, where digital payments is, you can see it accepted in most markets or most shops, that's where the payment facilitators come with other value-added services. It could be performance management, data analytics, it could be loyalty systems, it could be marketing tools. If you see in markets where digital payments is not as prevalent, it's more kind of the basics, getting them the opportunity to accept digital transactions, bringing safety and security. And handling cash is quite expensive today. You have to collect the cash, you have to go to the bank, and etc. And of course, accepting digital payments take all of those issues and worries away.
Before I move on to my next question, is there anything we should know about Payfacs technically, about how they sit in the ecosystem model?
Yeah, that's a great question. And they sit between the acquirer and the merchant. So they both operate in driving face-to-face acceptance with merchants being physically in the store, but they also drive a lot of acceptance online, helping merchants to get online with their products and services and making it seamless for them to accept payments. And they're really driving for a one integration into the payment facilitators. And through that one integration, they get access to different kind of payment methods. It's not only Visa and MasterCard. There are other local domestic schemes in these markets that are important to be locally relevant for the payment facilitators to provide that optionality to the consumers. If you look in Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa, there's a lot of mobile money. So those are also digital payments that the payment facilitators helps the merchant to be able to accept in the preference of the consumers. We see the larger enterprise merchants, they prefer working directly with the larger Payfacs because they can take they can take the whole backend processing, they can have the full stack capabilities that they can offer. So the larger enterprise merchants, they can focus on driving their business and serving their consumers, while the payment facilitators can support them end to end from all of the payment aspects of that ecosystem.
Okay, now I'd really like to know what Visa's doing to help support all these Payfacs and help them succeed.
So Visa, we have a portfolio of different kind of services and capabilities that we offer the payment facilitators. It's everything from training, getting access to all the information that they need to know and to mitigate the ecosystem risks that comes with digital payments. We can offer different capabilities such as gateway processing, authentication tools. We have, through our partnerships, we have different capabilities in the back-end processing, on the front-end capabilities. So you can have the shopping carts and everything like that. We have helping them with security for the risk and fraud management tools and tokenization and all of that. So Visa has a range of products that can support the payment facilitators to really deliver on their objectives and really to be driving and expanding acceptance and providing the value-added services that the merchants need that are really addressing the key pain points that they see today. So that's where Visa comes in. And we certainly acknowledge them being extremely important segment in driving acceptance and value-added services to the market. So we have dedicated team working to partner with the different kind of Payfacs and supporting them the best we can.
Now, I know Visa's making a big announcement when it comes to Payfacs, right? Can you share with us what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned in the intro, we have over 300 Payfacs in CEMEA. And these are onboarded by the acquirers. Today, we have just recently launched a new Payfacs certification process. So this is really to strengthening the ties that we from Visa have with the Payfacs. So we ensure that they feel that they're well equipped to handle different kind of risk aspects in the ecosystem, whether if it's anti-money laundering, if it's fraud aspects. We provide them with the access to the latest and greatest in terms of the new standards when it comes to payments. We can advise them on how they set up and run their operations. And as I mentioned, we can provide the tools and the services that can help them deliver on their strategic imperatives and their objectives. So with this certification process, the Payfacs comes to Visa. We go through this process together, hand in hand, and we certify them. And depending on the outcome of the certification and the strength of the partnership that they want to establish with Visa, there are different kind of tiers of certifications. We have the normal just Payfacs certification, and then we have 2 premium tiers, which is a Visa Ready certified and a trusted partner to Visa. And that becomes a good brand recognition for them. It installs trust in the ecosystem that this is somebody that is really a trusted partner to Visa. And through the certification, they get access to our consultancy services, to analytics, and different kind of products that are embedded with these certifications. So this is something that we're really looking forward to now, to partner with all the Payfacs. It is now launched. It is a program we're going to run over the next year. So all of these Payfacs we need to partner with to ensure that they are certified and can run the business in the payment facilitator ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. Now, going forward, it's going to become mandatory to work with Visa. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. So in order for any acquirer to onboard a payment facilitator, they need to be certified by Visa first. And then they they have the different kind of engagements with the payment facilitators. They have their controls and checks and etc. But in order for an acquirer to onboard a PayFac, they need to be certified by Visa first. So the existing PayFacs that we have today that are operating in the region, they will also have to come to us to get certified within the next year. And for any new PayFacs that want to establish that business model, they would have to come to us and get certified in order for an acquirer to onboard them. That's correct.
What does that mean for them as far as a benefit and tapping into that network?
They are certified, so we refer them as being very close partners to us. And through that engagement, they get access to an account manager that can support them throughout the process, that helps them to deliver on their aspirations and their objectives. And depending on the tier of certification, whether the basic or the premium, there's also different kind of engagements that we will have. Could be around gateway, risk and fraud management tool, really to make sure that they feel equipped to run in the business. They get access to the training, as I mentioned, around compliance and how to run the business more effectively. They can get access to different kind of acceptance tools, whether if it's in a face-to-face environment or if it is in an online environment. And with the Visa Preferred Partnership Network, we can also bring certain partner capability should that be of interest to the PayFacs to further help them to accelerate. And what I'm really excited about is also an opportunity for us to co-create new products in the environment, because these PayFacs are very agile. They're very quick to respond to market needs. They understand what the consumer wants. They understand what the merchant wants. And I see great opportunities for us as organizations to really partner together and build and co-create new solutions that solves for key issues in the market. And we can help them scale across other markets that they may not be operating today. So I really encourage the PayFacs to reach out as soon as possible to us. And we will, of course, explore co-creation sessions together, and we will work on the PayFac certification together.
Well, in light of all that, what should PayFacs do to find out more and start taking the necessary steps to get certified?
Yeah, that's a great question. They have been notified from their acquirers that this is a process that needs to happen. And for any questions that they want to come to us, they have to send an email, or they're welcome to send an email to CEMEA Payment Facilitators Team at visa.com. And we will directly respond to any queries that they may have.
Well, thank you so much, Simon, for sharing all that valuable information. And thank all of you for listening. And to the PayFacs out there, don't hesitate. Get certified with Visa to take advantage of all the benefits we've discussed and accelerate your journey to help merchants and ultimately foster economic growth across the region as a whole.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and welcome aboard, everybody.